way that we attract and keep people is two things. One is great freedom. So it's stimulating to work at, you learn a lot, you have great colleagues. And then the other is high compensation, our philosophy of paying at the top of the market and then trying to get the very best people. You know, we've always focused on our employees taking initiative and making decisions, and then we reward those people who take the initiative in that way. It's important to make that distinction. In manufacturing, you want zero error. And in creative work, you want lots of error. You want all kinds of things to be tried. So you have to really think about it different than a semiconductor yield. You know, as a chip gets older, you get better and better at managing the yield up. And you have regression testing for every chip to be able to tell, you know, what them. So that was my mental model for how to run a company. You know, and it's because the factory is so popular, so important, so successful, that many managers have the idea of a factory in their mind. And that works for some companies that are running factories because of that, you know, people who want to follow rules, they're not attracted to Netflix. And people who want to be mavericks and kind of be independent and think for themselves, then they are attracted to Netflix. But if you want to do creative work, if you want to invent, if you want to do new things, then you want to shift to managing on the edge of chaos. So in some degree, once you establish a culture, it gets reinforced because you get people who either are attracted or repelled by that culture. Again, there are cultural variations. So what we try to do is two things. For our Asian colleagues, we try to explain that, you know, Westerners grow up sort of being very direct with each other, and it's not insulting or rude, it's trying to be helpful, and that they see being indirect as being political or manipulative. And then we try to explain to our American colleagues that, you know, to be direct in a Confucian culture is like yelling at someone. So in you know, Confucian parts of Asia, to communicate indirectly is a beautiful thing. And then it's seen as childish if you have to be direct. And so once both sides understand that about the other, they can laugh at each other and sort of meet each other halfway. So I think the key is that empathy of understanding the other cultures. When we first started doing original content in Mexico and in the UK and Germany and Spain, you know, we had some issues, but you know, it's a big learning culture at Netflix where we just get in, make some mistakes, figure it out. You know, we want to allow some flexibility, you know, between you know, our Taiwan office, our German office, our Spanish office. So it's finding a balance where the local culture and local personality can be expressed. And it was not trying to be, you know, mix a bunch of nationalities. It was just tell a vivid story, and that was a big success. So, and we see the same thing with Naked Directors, a Japanese drama show. You know, it's very Japanese. Barbarians is very German. The Crown is very British. So it's capturing the, you know, something really specific about an era or a country. So I would say generally we're willing to do trial and error and just jump in and make some mistakes and try to figure it out. You know, that's that kind of learning culture.